I want to explain to everyone what propelled me to go broke in my early 30s and bounce back and start building wealth in my 40s. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Frank Talks Money. Real quick guys, I just need one small favor. Remember to smash that like button. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will share the video with more like-minded people like you and me. Now let's get right into the content, guys. So guys, I want to explain to you guys what happened to me in my early 30s that propelled me to go broke and then start my comeback in my early 40s. So let's have this discussion real quick. So guys, it's amazing how a comment on a video can lead to a video being made about the comment. So I got this comment last week and it's actually been on my mind, guys, to talk about this. And it wasn't a troll or anything like that. He stated his opinion and it was fine. And I'm all for everyone stating their opinion. But what I do have an issue is that if you're going to be rude, and leave disrespectful comments, things like that, just don't even leave them. Because I don't run my channel that way. I'm not rude. I'm not disrespectful. I'm not downing people. So you can leave a comment, as long as it's respectful, I'll comment back and we can have dialogue and go back and forth. I don't mind that. But if you're going to comment, just make sure it's a positive, respectful comment. And we can debate back and forth. That's the great thing about life. Everyone has different opinions. But I'm the type of guy that I can listen to your opinion and still respect you. And not listen to your opinion and then not like you anymore. It seems like we've gotten into that these days and times, that if someone has a different opinion, you don't like them anymore because they don't agree with you. No, everyone has their own opinion, and we have to be able to respect each other's opinions and be able to have open dialogue. So guys, the gentleman said, when he left this comment, he said, I patted myself on the back a few too many times during the video. Hey guys, if you're still here, smash the like button, guys. If you're still here, smash that like button for me, please. He said, I patted myself on the back a few too many times. And I shot back. I said, you know what? If you've been following me a while, you should know my story. And if you haven't been following me for a while, I guess I can excuse that opinion because you don't know my story. And to relate to me and get to know me, you need to know my story. Because where I came from to where I am now, I have a testimony. I have a story to tell. So guys, when I started my career 34 years ago, at 18 years old, at $5.25 an hour, to have surpassed 30 years later, making an income in the $200K a year range, I have a testimony. But I didn't get here by luck. I got here by hard work. This has been 30 years in the making. 34 years in the making, to be exact. I'll be 53 in next month in March, because this video will be dropping on February 1st. I'll be 53 in March. So to go from $5.25 an hour to having couple years ago, 3 years ago, having years over 200, right at 200, just under 200, that's a testimony to my hard work and dedication. So in order to know me and my story, you have to know where I came from to be able to relate to me. So yes, I am proud of what I've been able to accomplish the last 34 years. But this didn't happen overnight. I've been grinding my ass off for over 34 years. 34 years. Hard work, commitment, dedication, late nights, working weekends, doing whatever it took to advance in my career. So please don't tell me I patted myself on the back too many times. I am proud to be where I am today. If no one else is proud of me, I am proud of me because I could have given up. I could have given up. 18 years old, catch a felony, have to drop out of high school in my senior year, take care of the legal issues, go back to school, graduate a semester late. My girlfriend at the time, which ended up being my wife, my first 3 kids' mom, who I ended up marrying, she got pregnant with my first child. I started at Steak and Shake for $5.25 an hour after my legal issues. I get this job not knowing what is going to become of my future, completely lost. Wondering, how am I going to make enough money to support my family? No college education, a high school diploma, with no skills whatsoever. And I get a job in this restaurant and I'm told, you know what? You can work your way up. And that's what I did. Started working my way up. And by the time I was 21, I was a general manager for Steak and Shake restaurants. And from that point, my career just took off. Because I kept working hard, kept developing my management skills, kept getting promotions, went to other companies, was making more money, and kept building my resume. So what I've done now, it took me 34 years to get here of grinding my ass off. Nobody handed me nothing. Pure hard work. And guys, I'm not saying sitting here like I'm special, because a lot of individuals have been brought up poor, broke, in the ghetto, depressed areas, high crime, gangs. So I'm nobody special, but I wanted more and I made it out. So in order to know me, you have to know my testimony. You have to know where I've been, where I was at, and what I've been through, and where I'm at now. My story is motivation and inspiration to others, because people can look at me and say, if Frank was able to do that, I can do this. If Frank was able to rise out of the ghetto, I can rise out of the ghetto. If Frank can do that, I can do that. But coming up, guys, even though I always made good money, I made some bad decisions along the way. And one of the worst financial decisions I made that got me that's really set me back in my early 30s was that as I started having children, and then me and my first wife separated, I was young, I was immature. I started dodging my child support payments. I got terribly behind in my child support. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, one thing about my channel, you're gonna get transparency from me. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna be completely honest, because like I said, I've been through shit. So I got really behind in child support. And the reason I got behind in child support, because I was dodging child support payments, going to new jobs, taking on new jobs, not letting the court know that I had changed jobs, and I kept getting further and further behind. So what happened was, what I started doing was, so then they hit me with back rears on child support. I was paying my current child support. Guys, let me tell you. But then I got so far behind. I got behind like, I think I was at $200 a week. I think I was at $200 a week. So it was $400 every 2 weeks. Yes, because it added up 2, 4, 8. Because it was $1,600 a month. $1,600 a month. So it was $200 a week. Then they was charging me $200 a week for the back child support. It was $200 a week, right? And child support. And then they was charging me $200 a week for the back child support. So it was $400 a week. So every 2 weeks, my child support payment was $800. $1,600 a month for current child support and back child support, right? So what did I do? What did my dumb ass do? So I went to my taxes because I needed more money, right? So I went to my taxes and I upped my deductions. I would have my deductions set at like 8, 9, 10. So they would take out less taxes, right? So I can get more money back on my taxes. I mean on my check, I'm sorry. So I get more money back on my check. So when they started hitting me for the arrears and child support, I upped my deductions on my tax form to like 8, 9, or 10. So they would take out less taxes. So you know what happens now? Now I'm not paying enough taxes. So now the IRS hits me because I'm not paying enough taxes. Every year I'm owing taxes. Then it just caught up to me and everything came to a head. They started garnishing me for the back child support. I was getting garnished for the back child support. Then it was garnishing me for the taxes. That's how I went broke in my early 30s. That's how I went broke in my early 30s, guys. Making bad financial decisions that came back to haunt my ass. That's how I went broke in my early 30s. And as then me and my ex-wife, when they caught up to me, when everything came to a head, we worked our way out of it. Got ourselves in a better financial situation. Came across the Dave Ramsey program when I was 40 and off to the races on wealth building. And that's basically how it happened, guys. That's basically how it happened. Then once I came across the Dave Ramsey program, it was off to the races at that point. It was off to the races on just wealth building. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that to you guys because, like I said, you have to know my story to know where I come from to where I am now. And just to tell me, you think I patted myself on the back a few too many times? You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know what I went through. You don't know my story. But now, if you're listening, you know my story. And if you've been listening to me, you know my story. I was definitely not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Definitely not. I've been through some shit in my life. I've made a lot of bad financial decisions, but I was able to work my way out of it because I wanted more out of life. Growing up, everybody around me was broke, and that was not going to be my destiny. I always knew I wanted more out of life. I always knew it. So guys, don't let your current situation be your future reality. If your current situation is not what you want, you have the power to change it. Only you can change it. So guys, that's my talk on why and how I went broke in my early 30s and then propelled me to build wealth in my 40s. Please like this video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, always remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I am